All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to the first ever Unqualified podcast brought to you by the Undroppables. If you don't follow us yet, go to Twitter, go to Instagram, YouTube, give us a follow, show us some love. And that's it. My name is Leonardo. I'll be your host today. We just decided to start this podcast, and what a better time to start this podcast than during the FIFA World Cup. So, without any more wait, let's get started. Let's get right to it. Um, First topic, I want to talk about how controversial this World Cup is. And I'm going to bring on one of my really old friends. I've been friends with this guy for over 15 years, and he's just the boy. So, Pranav, introduce yourself.
What's up? What's up? Thanks for having me, Leo.
Yeah, thank you
Just
for
another
coming on.
football fan. Ready to talk about the World Cup?
Yes, sir. Let's get right to it. Um, First of all, I want to talk about how controversial this World Cup is. For the past year, we've been seeing just news of corruption, immigrant abuse, all this other stuff. And first of all, I want to ask you, do you think that Qatar should have been chosen to be the host of the 2022 FIFA World Cup?
I think the obvious answer is obviously no. I mean, FIFA Uncovered came out on Netflix like not too long ago. The way the press and the media have been talking about it, and especially I think when it was announced at the time that Qatar were going to host it, the US should have been hosting it instead. So technically, this summer it should have been in America, right? And I do
Which
think
would have been good for us.
Yeah, would have been. I mean, come on, to see Ronaldo Messi's last World Cup, that would have been awesome. But I do think like now that the tournament's happening, people should just watch the football, enjoy the football. I mean, you have a lot of like people in the Western media, like pundits and former players who are saying like, this World Cup shouldn't have gone ahead in Qatar and shouldn't have happened the way it is, and they're criticizing it, but they're still taking the Qataris' money and broadcasting, and
Yeah.
so it's quite hypocritical. It's just like they're talking shit for no reason, and they're still at the World Cup. So
Yeah,
I think people should just watch the World Cup now and
and
stop
that's the
talking.
other part of it. Like, I don't want all this. Like, I understand like sports, like it's a platform for you to show your political views and all this stuff. But the World Cup only happens every 4 years, and Brazil is winning this one. So let's
Yeah,
skip the political stuff outside of it. Let's focus on the soccer, because that's what really matters. And yeah, I also don't think Qatar should have been chosen as the host. I mean, I understand it's a very rich country, and we're gonna talk about it. Like, it's the most expensive World Cup ever. Just so you can have an idea of how expensive it is, the Brazil World Cup costs $15 billion. 15. The Qatar World Cup costs a whooping 200 billion. Like,
wow,
that's crazy. Like, and I understand it because it's a country that had no soccer culture at all, like not at all. And so they had to build all the culture, they had to build all the stadiums, everything, and prepare for this. And they obviously have the money to spend on it. But yeah, I don't think they should have been chosen to be the host. And just some other controversial topics about it. Like I said, the most expensive ever. It's also been moved to the winter. First time ever that a World Cup has been moved to the winter, which I understand no player wants to play in the crazy heat of Qatar. And yeah, just LGBTQ rights, women's rights, all that stuff. We just had like workers who were dying on constructions, like people were withholding their salaries and stuff. They couldn't leave the country. So just all this crazy stuff surrounding it. But I want to take a look at the stadiums before we start talking about actual soccer, because these stadiums look crazy. Like, they're actually like pretty dope stadiums. And so let's take a look at them real quick. Um, yeah, just look at how like close they are to each other. Like, they're super close. Like, if we zoom in, like
wow.
they're
I
they're
saw I
just
saw.
so close to each other. Like, one city, like 8 stadiums, and they're actually pretty dope when you look at it. This one, just pretty normal. Kind of looks like a stadium. I can't remember which one, but it kind of looks like one. This one, that's pretty
Wow,
dope. It looks like a circus, though. It looks like a circus. It just looks like a bunch of tents, which I don't understand. But this little bridge right here, that's insane. Like, I can see why it's the most expensive World Cup. This one, I don't even want to talk about it. We all know what it looks like. I don't have to say it. But
I think it looks dope though.
yeah, it looks good. It looks dope. Looks dope. But yeah, it's just like crazy stadiums. Very
Do you
futuristic.
know which one is holding the final?
Yeah, I think it was the first one. Semifinals. Yeah, this one. It's hosting the final.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
80,000
Anyways, anyways, let's get right to it. Let's talk about soccer because that's what we're here to do.
football.
Um, yeah. So first of all, before we get into all the groups and stuff, I just want to do a quick ranking of all the teams. So for this part, we're gonna rank them into 4 different groups. We're gonna rank them into favorites. That's gonna be Brazil, Argentina, all these other teams, and then we're gonna rank the second group is gonna be teams that are candidates. You know, like they have a chance, they have a clear chance, but they're not like favorites to win it. And then we're gonna have teams that might surprise us. So they're not favorites. They're not like like expected to win it, but maybe they have a chance to go past the group stage and like actually do something. Like people don't expect them to, but they might. And so let me pull up what is it called? The groups. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Hold up. Stick with me. First time using this thing. All right, let's take a look at it. All right, so these are the groups that we have. Group A, probably the easiest group to be in. So from this group, what team do you think might actually surprise? Like might actually do something? They don't have a clear chance. What do you think of Qatar? You think they're gonna do anything?
I
We just saw
think
them today.
I think going into the World Cup, I thought Senegal was the dark horse in the whole tournament, not just in the group. But Sadio Mane is out now, so I think there's a chance for them to go out in the groups as well, and Ecuador to take their place. I think Netherlands are going to top the group, but
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think we should underestimate Ecuador in the group, but I still think Netherlands and Senegal will go through in Group A.
yeah. Ecuador just got their first win, and I mean, I agree with you. I expected Senegal to go past like easily, but now with money out, I don't know. I'm a little bit cautious with them, but I still expect them to do good. But yeah, this is a very clear group. Netherlands are going to take it for sure. There's no other choice. All right, for Group B, we have England, Iran, US, and Wales. Who do you think is going to top this one?
I mean, England should top it. I think their team is pretty damn good. They should top it, and but I don't know who's gonna come second. I think it's close between the U.S. and Wales.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. I think England, like, they're candidates to win the title. I don't think they're favorites, but they're candidates. They have a chance to. I wouldn't have them as favorites. I think Iran, they're just taking a nice trip to Qatar and just gonna have fun and go home. And Wales, like the thing about the Wales in the US is that they're very opposite. US has some stars, but like they're very young. They're super young. Like I don't and just the whole pressure of being in the World Cup, like I don't know if they're gonna be able to sustain, like they're a very young team. And Wales, I don't know, man. This is a tough group to be in for Iran and I mean for US and Wales. And then we have Group C, Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. This one, we know who's a favorite to win it. Argentina. Hurts to say. I hate Argentina, but they're the favorites. What do
I
you think?
think, yeah. Do you think apart from Brazil, who do you think is the second best team in the tournament? Do you think it's Argentina?
I thought it was France until Benzema got hurt. Now I have to go with Argentina. I wish we played them in the finals. We're not going to, but I have to go with Argentina.
Yeah, I think they'll top the group, and Lewandowski could carry Poland, but I'm gonna give it to Mexico. I think Mexico will get out of the group stage.
Yeah, and wait, let me take a second. Let's see who they play first.
I think no, Argentina plays Saudi Arabia first. I think.
They play Saudi Arabia first. So
Yeah,
that
and then
means that Mexico's first game is like a final, basically.
yeah,
Whoever wins that game, they'll go through. So that's a very important game.
yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, whoever I think they might draw honestly.
Yeah, it's the first. It's the same thing with US and Wales too. They play each other first. So
They
whoever
play
wins,
tomorrow. Yeah.
yeah. So whoever wins that game, they're the ones that are gonna be going through. Because Iran is a very tough team to beat though. They're very
Yeah.
annoying, and they have
I,
that one guy from Porto, which I can never remember his name. He's just a scoring machine for Porto.
I think Iran will be tough to beat for all three of those teams.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna beat any of the other three teams, but they're gonna be a rock on the road for them. All right, Group D, we have France, Australia, Denmark, Tunisia. France, man, they're gonna go through. I see a lot of people saying that Denmark they're gonna top this group, and I saw like I think it was on ESPN or something. Like someone did like the predictions for the World Cup, and they had Denmark going to the finals against Brazil and beating Brazil in the finals. Like that was just crazy to me. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't
Um.
see them going that far at all.
Well, the curse is still in play, the World Cup curse.
Yeah, we
So
can see it already. Benzema's already out.
yeah, I mean, I don't see France going out on the group stage and continue. I think the curse will be broken this year. I think they'll do well, but I think Denmark is definitely gonna compete for first place in the group. They'll probably finish second, and Tunisia and Australia will go out. But I don't think France is like one of the favorites anymore. You know, their midfield isn't that good. Their defense is good. They
Pogba's
have
also out.
Pogba, Kante, Benzema, Nkunku. Nkunku such a big loss. Um, so I think France will struggle. But if you tell me France come up against Argentina, England, like at some point in the tournament against Belgium, I think they can still beat any of those teams.
That's tough.
I think that's how good Mbappe is, honestly. And in the 2018 World Cup semifinal, Belgium France. I think Belgium was the better team. France just countered, played defensively, and they scored a goal off a corner. I think France is the type of team that they're gonna be hard to beat. I think they can take down England in a quarterfinal and a semifinal, but I don't think they're gonna win the World Cup. So
Yeah, they will never beat Brazil in the final. Brazil is taking it. All right, let's move on to Group E. Brian is here too, so I'm gonna bring Brian on. Say hello to everybody, Brian. Oh, I think you might be muted.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, what's up?
No, you're good. How you doing, Brian? All right, thanks
Pretty
for
good.
tuning in. So, what do you think of everything we said? Yeah, do you disagree with anything? Do you have anything else to add?
Um, I think your Brazil bias is just showing us just a little bit. Uh,
I'm completely biased.
but yeah, I think with going back to Group C, I think Mexico is strongly gonna go through. Argentina is ridiculously good.
Yeah,
The only weakness I see on that team is goalkeeper. Emilio Martinez has not been that good this year, uh, but that's being really picky. They're just a solid team. But Mexico just has this ability to get out of the group, and Poland has this ability to knock it out.
yeah.
So I think Mexico should be strongly favored to go through. And I think the odds are pretty good on that, so I'd be betting Mexico going through.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about some bets too after, both for like group stage and like for the games tomorrow. But the one thing that I disagree with you is the keeper for Argentina. Man, that guy. I don't know how he's doing this year because I haven't followed him, but that guy is
Yeah.
so good, so annoying. Like every time Brazil plays them, like he just does so well, dude.
He's been really bad. I believe for Aston Villa. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, being an Arsenal fan, watching the Premier League every week, he always just seems to let him late goals that just ruin. Like Arsenal could have a huge swing on points, even though they are top of the table. But he just hasn't been what he's been the last few seasons. So
I hope he's not.
yeah.
All right, let's move on to Group E. We have Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, and Japan. And this is a tough group to pick who goes out first, who takes first place. What do you think, Pranav? Who do you think comes out on top in this group?
I'm gonna go with Germany, probably just because of the way they ended the last World Cup. I think Musiala, Sane, like they have a young team. So I think Spain's really good too. Can go either way, but I would just pick Germany.
What about you, Brian? What do you
Yeah.
think?
I agree with Germany. It drives me nuts they don't have a striker. Like they've done this for like 12 straight years, and probably Kai Havertz is probably going to play up front for them. But they're a deep team, and I'm not sure. Like I haven't been too impressed with Spain. Excuse me, with Spain. So I think Germany.
Yeah, and it's crazy because lately Spain has been going like up on the rankings for like favorites. Like I think like a couple months ago they were like sixth, but some places now they're like third or fourth, which to me is
Yeah.
crazy. Like can never underestimate them, but I don't think they're gonna go that far. I think it's gonna be Germany and Spain take second place. Japan hasn't been doing that good, and Costa Rica they were
I don't know.
four.
Japan's one of my dark horses. I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think Japan will do well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think they're a good one to get out. Be the second team to get out of this group. I think they can really surprise some people.
yeah, there's always that one Asian country that always surprises everybody in the World Cup. Like last World Cup, didn't Korea like knock out Germany like in the quarterfinals or something?
Yeah, something like that.
No,
Yeah.
they beat Germany in the group stage, and then they both went out.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, Son scored 2 goals like in the 90th minute.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. But yeah, one of the teams, either Korea or Japan, I know they're just gonna surprise everybody because they always do.
Also, you can't forget Japan just embarrassed the United States last international break.
Really?
So, not saying the United States is great, but like it wasn't even close. Like the United States didn't look in the game at all.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for the US. I was telling Pranav, like the pressure of being in the World Cup is just like Neymar was talking about it on a podcast this week, like going to a Champions League final, like going to a like La Liga, like I don't know, like Europa League final, like that does not compare to like a group game of the World Cup. You
Yeah.
know, like
Oh yeah.
all these guys, they're like very young and they're definitely gonna feel the pressure. Either that or someone in the UN team say this. I can't remember who it was, but they say that either they're gonna feel the pressure like way too much and not play as well, or they're gonna be too oblivious to the pressure and just perform at their top level.
Yeah. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen with them.
Yeah, and also because I mean, for teams like Brazil, France, like Spain, Germany, like they're big teams, you know. So when a young player comes on and they put on that jersey, like there's a weight to that jersey. But for
Yeah.
the US, like you're not expected to perform at that top level. You're not expected to play like Brazil. So the pressure is like not as great, but there's still a lot of pressure on it. But let's move on to Group F. We have Belgium, Canada, Morocco, and Croatia. What do you guys think? Brian, you go first on this one. Who do you think tops this group?
I think it's easily Belgium. I think this is another one of those groups where you have a clear top team and then the second team out of it. I think it's definitely between Canada and Croatia.
Mm-hmm.
Croatia, like you can't forget that they did make it to the finals. Was it in Euros? Was it the finals last time? Yeah.
But 2018 World Cup, they went.
Yeah.
To
Oh yeah, they went to the finals. Yeah, that's what it was in the 2018 World Cup. But I don't know. I feel like this team has just gotten older. They do have some stars that are used to this type of environment, like you're saying, that don't crumble under the pressure.
Mhm.
Canada's just interesting. Canada looked really good in CONCACAF qualifying.
I mean, they were first.
Yeah, they looked real good. So they just don't have the big names. But if a team that has a lot of chemistry and has a lot of momentum could go far in this tournament.
Yeah, and they also have Afonso Davies, who's been playing really well too.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to my favorite group, Brazil. The group that's gonna have the champions. I don't even have to ask. Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon. Pranav, who do you think takes this one?
Okay, yeah, obviously Brazil's gonna top the group. I think Serbia is gonna grab second spot. Switzerland historically has always made it out the group. They're a great team in the World Cup to bet on, but I mean, granted, Xhaka might not start; he might be out, and I think he's important to the team. And I think Serbia just has a solid team, few good Premier League players in the lineup, so I think Serbia will finish second.
They Serbia just beat a team 5-1 yesterday, or was it Friday? It was a very weak team, but still, like I think they were like tied at half or something, or 2-1 at half, and then second half they just like dropped a bunch of goals and they're like 5-1. and Switzerland just lost 2-0 to Egypt. So, and I mean, these are friendlies. I don't think they take it very seriously, but it goes to show like how they're gonna play in the World Cup. Like these are preparation games, and if they're like losing to Egypt 2-0, I don't think they're gonna do that well in the group stage. And
yeah, Serbia also has the dangerous like striker that can score like 6 goals in the group stage. Alexander Mitrovic is just ridiculous. So
yeah,
if he shows up, like, yeah, and like these names, I'm so bad at pronouncing them. And also,
they're hard to pronounce.
yeah, and Dusan Bahalic, like Serbia could surprise some people with the amount of goals that team can score.
Yes, I'm very scared of Serbia. We played them in the first game, and the first game is always a tough game, man. And Brazil gets Serbia in the first game. I'm a little bit scared. I think we're gonna come out on top though, but yeah, Cameroons. I think they're just gonna be the punching bag of the group. There's not much to say. Again, and they can surprise us and somehow beat Serbia or Switzerland. I don't think they're gonna beat Brazil, even though Brazil always has a history of not doing so well against African countries in the World Cup. So we got to watch out for that. But yeah, all right, let's move on to the last group. Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and Korea. Who do you guys think are going to come out on top, Pranav?
I mean, obviously, I would say Portugal. I'm a Ronaldo fan. All the eyes on the world are on him right now. But you know what? I'll say this. I think Argentina and Portugal, Group H and Group C, are tough groups. I think you can see both teams getting second, and I think Portugal and Argentina can go out early and be surprised. But if they both top their group, I think we could see Argentina and Portugal go far in the World Cup, and I think it'll be Uruguay and Portugal to get out of this one.
Okay. What do you think, Brian?
I don't think Portugal get out of the group. I think Uruguay.
Wow.
That team, the strikers they have. I mean, they have Luis Suarez, Darwin Nunez, and Cavani. That's one of the best groups of strikers is at the World Cup. And so I think they're going to easily win the group. I mean, did you guys see the interaction between Ronaldo and
Cancelo?
Bruno? Or was it Cancelo or Bruno?
Oh, no. I think it was one of the two. I think there was an argument between like Cancelo and Fernandez, and then Ronaldo was like talking to one of them, like trying to calm me down. But I saw it, yeah.
Yeah, I think Ronaldo just ruined this team. You don't
Arsenal fan.
You don't want that type of. And I'm saying that with my own toxic player on the back with Aubameyang. You just don't want that in the locker room, especially for this type of event.
Yeah.
And I think South Korea, like we were mentioning, Asian teams do really surprise sometimes in the World Cup. I mean, they have one of the best players at the World Cup with Son. So he single-handedly sometimes pulls Tottenham across the finish line. And you guys should know how good he is. If, as an Arsenal fan, I'm complimenting a Tottenham player. So that's my surprise of the tournament. I don't think Portugal even gets out of the group.
Wow, that's actually crazy.
What do you guys think of Portugal's team without Ronaldo?
It's good. So that's a bold take. It's very good.
Yeah, I think they're still a very good team, but not Portugal. Cristiano Ronaldo, man, when he puts on the Portugal jersey, like he performs. Like the last World Cup, like you can see how well he performed once he put on that jersey. Like he hasn't been playing that much, but I think once he puts on that Portugal jersey, he's gonna show off for the country. But the team's falling apart, so we can really see like Brian said, like this is a tournament that only lasts 28 days. They don't have time for this sort of stuff, like if they're going to be arguing, if they're not going to have chemistry, that's definitely going to like ruin their chances at anything in the World Cup. So, but at the same time, I watched the South American qualifiers, and man, Uruguay, they didn't look that good. At some points in the qualifiers, they weren't even like going to make it to the World Cup. And then at the end, they had that really good stretch, but they played Brazil. I'm going to speak about those games because those I actually watched. We beat them, I think, 3-0 or 3-1, and then we beat them 5-1 in the second game. So to me, they didn't look that good. They got one lucky goal from that Suarez free kick, crazy free kick. But yeah, I don't think they looked that good in the early stages of qualifiers. And Suarez, he's back in South America. He's not performing at the top level. Same thing with Dani Alves.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was playing like in the South American, like what is it called? This, like basically the South American like Champions League, Libertadores, and
yeah,
he didn't play that well. He lost to actually a team from my city, that one of the most trash teams in South America. They lost, but yeah, I think they could surprise, but I just don't see them going very far. I mean, whoever gets out of this group second, they play Brazil. I want it to be Uruguay because I just want that game to happen. But yeah, it's a tough group to pick as well. And all right, so now that we're done viewing all these groups, I have a couple questions for you guys. First of all, Brian, who do you think will get the Golden Ball this World Cup? The best player, who do you think is going to be?
I think Mbappe.
Oh,
I know you guys are talking about like France. I mean, they have a lot of injuries, but there are a few teams that can handle the injuries that they've seen, like France can.
Yeah.
And Mbappe, he's the next version of the world superstar, and I think this is an opportunity to really. Because Ronaldo's on his way out, Messi's on his way out. I think the future belongs to Mbappe, and I think he can use this without Benzema as his coming out party pretty much to the world.
Yeah, I think if he performs at the top level in this World Cup, like it's definitely going to be like a stamp on his career. Like, you know, like he has to, because the last World Cup he didn't play that much, right?
Yeah, not really.
Yeah,
I mean they liked Giroud up front, so but Giroud didn't even like shoot the ball ever.
Yeah. What do you think, Pranav? Who gets the Golden Ball for this one?
I think it's tough. I think everyone's like heart is saying Ronaldo or Messi, depending on who you like. But I'm gonna have to go with Neymar. I think Brazil's squad is so good, and I think the way Brazil plays, it's always passing the ball to Neymar. And if Neymar has a bad World Cup, Brazil has a bad World Cup. And if Neymar has a good World Cup, Brazil have a good World Cup. So hopefully he stays fit. I think that's the main thing. And because all these injuries happening, and then I think Neymar will win it. I don't think he might get like a lot of goals, maybe 2 or 3 goals at most, but assists and creating and like running the team, I think Neymar will do it.
Yeah, lately he's been playing more of a orchestrator. I forgot how you say it, but like, you know, he's old now. He's not as young, so he's not like running towards the ball. He's more like creating chances and all of this. And so yeah, I mean, of course, as a Brazilian, I'm gonna pick Neymar, but I think it all depends on like how good the teams do. Because if Brazil, I hope not, but if they go out like in the like round of 16, in the round of 8, like in the quarterfinals, Neymar's not gonna get the golden boot. And if Mbappe takes France to the finals, then I think he has a chance to do it. I mean, to get it, because when you look at it, he's gonna be the main player on that team. He was before Benzema even got hurt, and so now, yeah, I think it's going to be between Neymar and Mbappe, but it's going to depend on what team has the best performance at the World Cup.
I think there's a dark horse in somebody from the England national team too.
Yeah,
Harry Kane could very easily, but then also like they have so many forwards that are so streaky that could go off. If Raheem Sterling has a great World Cup, if Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, like any of
Bellingham,
these
guys, Jude Bellingham.
Yeah. Even Mason Mount or Bukayo Saka, like these guys have like if they get like hot, that they could carry them to the World Cup final, and that could easily be a dark horse for the Golden Ball.
Yeah, some of my surprises. That's what's so exciting about the World Cup. You know, like you can have the best player, but if their team doesn't perform at the top level, like they're not getting those prizes. All right, Golden Boot. Pranav, who do you think takes a Golden Boot for this tournament? Top scorer.
I think Mbappe. Mbappe will get top scorer. I mean, we just said like golden ball, but I think top scorer, like I can see Mbappe scoring 6 goals and France going out in the quarters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think even if they don't do that well, I can see Mbappe winning it and just scoring that many goals because he's just a goal machine.
Do you think 6 goals are going to be the top amount of goals scored at the World Cup?
I think it's tough to score more than that. I think around 6, max 7. I think the record is 7, maybe.
No, I think the record's like 15 or 16. Let me look this up real
in
quick.
one World Cup.
Yeah, it's Mueller from Germany. Let me see.
I think it's all time 15, isn't it?
I don't know, because I think like Ronaldo, like R9, not Cristiano Ronaldo, he had the record up
Yeah, he
until
is.
the 2014 World Cup when Germany dropped 7-1 on Brazil, and then like on that game, Mueller passed him for like the top amount of goals scored in one World Cup. But what about you, Brian? While I look this up, go ahead. Tell us, who do you think?
I got a name that you guys are gonna hate. I'm gonna say Lautaro Martinez from Argentina.
Oh, that's a good pick, I think.
There's several reasons. Their group stage should have a lot of goals in it. He could score easily a hat trick against Saudi Arabia, and then another 2 to 3 goals against Mexico and Poland. Poland's strength is not their defense; it's definitely Lewandowski. I think if he scores a ton against Saudi Arabia, I think whoever scores all the goals for Argentina against Saudi Arabia moves into a favorite for them.
Yeah, and that's something that you also have to think about, because you can't just pick the best players. You know, you have to analyze their group stages, like if they're gonna play tough teams, like if they're gonna play like punching bags. Because if like Neymar, for example, if they were playing like Qatar, Ecuador, like other teams, then he would definitely be a great candidate. But their group stage is actually not that easy, so that's what you have to look at. But yeah, I can find the record for most goals in one World Cup, but I know Mueller holds the record. But all right, let's talk about.
I see. Is it Miroslav Klose?
Yeah,
I saw that. Like 16 goals.
Jesus. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's way too much. I think that's definitely wrong. 16 goals in one World Cup. That's crazy.
No, he was crazy though for a few tournaments for Germany there. So.
Did he play in 2014?
Yeah, he did. That was his last World Cup.
Yeah, okay, then that makes sense, because I think like I know a German player. I thought it was Mueller. I might be wrong, but I know Ronaldo held that record up until 2014, and he was narrating the game too as they dropped 7-1, and the guy passed him for most goals in one World Cup. It was just so sad. Wow. I stopped watching that game after it was like 3-0. I just turned off the TV and went to my room and slept. That was the worst day of my life, possibly. But all right, let's talk about the 4 biggest stars.
I'm not gonna say I was cheering for Germany.
You weren't cheering for Germany, or you were?
No, I was. I was a Mesut Özil fan all the
way. Oh man, you're a hater, dude. I can't wait for Brazil to win this World Cup just so people can forget that 7-1. Because everybody I talk about soccer with, they're just like 7-1, 7-1. And that
I'm gonna change my pick for Golden Boot. I'm gonna go Ronaldo. Ronaldo's gonna shock the world.
This is just a crazy like Man U and Ronaldo fan, so he's more biased towards Ronaldo than I am towards Brazil.
Sure. But I just want to get on record before it happens, you know.
Yeah. All right, let's talk real quick before we go to predictions. The 4 biggest stars of this tournament. Who do you guys think are going to have a better performance, like most success in the whole World Cup? Neymar, Mbappe, Messi, or Ronaldo? And I think it's important to think like this, like, because you can be the best player. Like Mbappe can drop like 3 goals in each game and then like lose in the quarterfinals. And then Neymar can score like 1 goal in the whole tournament, but then win. So who do you guys think are going to have the most success? Not as a player, but all together as a team and a player.
You go first.
I'll say I think Messi. This is his last chance. He doesn't have much success at the world stage. He has one of the favorite teams behind him, and they just haven't been able to perform with him recently, but he does have a lot of support on that team, and I think the team will probably be playing for him, because at least like Ronaldo does have a Euros. So there's not as much of like, oh, he's never done it on the world stage. Messi really hasn't. So I expect a masterclass from both Messi and the Argentina team.
Yeah, they're bidding for 35 games, so they're nothing to be messed with. But what do you think, Pranav? Who do you think has the most success in this World Cup?
I think everyone feels like this is Messi's like World Cup to win. I feel like even all the top pundits feel that way. I'm a Ronaldo fan, so it's hard for me to say Messi, but I do think he's gonna have a great World Cup. But out of those four big teams, I think many people think that those are the four like the nations they play for can make it to the semifinal, like France, Brazil, Portugal, Argentina. But out of those four teams, which do I think will just win the World Cup? I just think is Brazil. So
Yep.
that's why I feel name. I would just say Neymar, just because I think they're gonna win the World Cup. So I would say Neymar. But I think all four of them are gonna do pretty well. I just hope none of them get injured because I can see a lot of players getting injured in this World Cup. It's already happened, and I think it could happen to one of them. I mean, touch wood, it doesn't though.
Yeah,
Yep.
and any of those four, if they get injured, that's just gonna completely change the World Cup. Like
Yeah.
those are like like the gear on their team. They're the ones that like actually push the team forward. So let's pray that none of them get hurt. But all right, let's get into predictions super quick. We'll try and get this done. All right, Pranav, I know you have to go, so do you want to do yours first? Tell me your predictions, and I'll mark it. Who do you think goes out? Group A.
Okay, so put Netherlands first, Senegal second, and then those two you can just put like what Ecuador third, Qatar fourth. Yeah,
All right, Group B.
England, USA, Wales, Iran,
All right, Group C.
Argentina, Mexico, and then Poland and Saudi,
Group D.
France, Denmark, Australia.
Let's see. Group E. Who do you think tops it?
Germany, Spain, Japan.
That's a tough one. Group F.
Belgium, Canada, Croatia, Morocco. I think Canada will shock the world.
I'm excited for them. This is lagging. But let's go to Group G.
Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland,
H.
Portugal, Uruguay, Korea, Ghana.
All right. Round of 16. Who do you think takes it? Netherlands or the US?
I'll go with the Netherlands.
Okay. Argentina or Denmark?
Okay, I'll go Argentina. 1 penalties for this.
You hesitate. You think they go to penalties with Denmark?
I think Denmark can knock them out. Honestly,
I hope so.
England against Senegal, they'll do it. France will beat Mexico. Germany will beat Canada. All the favorites basically.
Yeah.
Brazil against Uruguay. That's tough. It's a tough game.
Yeah. Dude, Brazil has a difficult road to the finals if they want to win it. All right, Belgium or Spain?
What do you guys think if this was the matchup?
I go Belgium.
Yeah, Courtois, man, he's just insane. Like this guy, it's like a wall on the goal.
I even think Kevin De Bruyne will have a really good tournament. So I'll go Belgium as well.
Yeah, we haven't talked about him. I think he's gonna do really well too.
Yeah.
Portugal or Serbia?
Serbia is capable of knocking Portugal out, honestly. But I'm a Ronaldo fan again, obviously, but I just think the reason why I think Portugal is going to do well is because they have 3 Manchester City players who I rate all of them. I think Cancelo, Bernardo Silva, I think Ruben Diaz in defense. They just have a solid team. So Portugal. I think Portugal's probably going to go to the final.
Right. These are some tough games right here. Netherlands and Argentina. Who do you take?
This was the semifinal in 2014 World Cup.
Oh yeah, it was.
I was in South Africa for the World Cup. I saw Germany, Argentina, which was the quarterfinal that time. 4-0. I'm gonna go Argentina against Netherlands.
Yeah, I think that's an easy game for Argentina. Not an easy game, but I think they take it easily.
I mean, Van Dijk in defense will be tough, but I think Lautaro Martinez, the attack, Argentina's attack is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
And now
Yeah.
this right here, this game, man. I'm scared to even look at this.
I think
7-1.
I think
I'm having like PTSD right now. Like this is not good.
you know what? I think your team gets through. I think Brazil get through. I think it's gonna be so tough though. I think it'll be a close game. It'll be a really close hit.
It's gonna be very psychological. Like these players are gonna be thinking like we need to get revenge for that 7-1. Right.
I think with Benzema injured now, I think England will beat France.
Yeah. I think they have a
Good
pretty
pick.
solid team.
I think
Go ahead, Brian.
England. I think England will do it.
Belgium and Portugal, who do you think takes it?
I think Portugal. I think they lost to Belgium in the Euros last year. Portugal. So I'm gonna keep going on this revenge path. Portugal's gonna win it.
So biased. All right, semifinals. These are some crazy games. Brazil and Argentina. Who do you take?
I think the final is gonna be Brazil-Portugal.
Really, Brazil, Portugal. You see Portugal beating England?
Yeah. I think especially with like all the media just going after Ronaldo, Ronaldo will sink England pretty well.
And who do you think is going to win the final then? Portugal
This is
too,
probably-
revenge?
This is probably the most unrealistic bracket of all time. If this happens, I think I deserve like a Medal of Honor.
Yeah, if you get out of this right, I'll make sure to send you a personalized
You know
medal.
what? Just for the fun of it, I'm just to fuck around. Hat trick from Ronaldo, Portugal win it all.
You're ludicrous, man. You think
Oh man.
8% of players also predict 8% of people predicted Portugal to win? That's crazy to me.
Yeah, I think. I mean, obviously, I think Brazil is probably gonna. Yeah, I think it comes down to that Brazil will win it, but I think my heart is. I'm gonna go with my heart and say Portugal will somehow win it, like somehow.
That's crazy. I don't think they're gonna go that far. I think they might get knocked off round of 16 or quarterfinals. But all right, Brian, let's do yours super quick. I gotta look.
I think there's a place to clear it at the bottom.
Oh really? Oh yeah, there we go.
Reset, yeah.
All right. So go ahead.
I'm
Name
gonna
it.
do-
I'll pick it for you.
I'm gonna do Netherlands and Senegal too. Does it matter who you do? I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. You have to.
England first.
This is a tough one.
I've told people this is the most talented USA team that's going to World Cup. Our coach just sucks. So I think the USA gets second here, just barely over Wales.
All right.
Argentina easily, and then I have Mexico.
Mexico. Nice.
Then France. And I think Denmark. I think Denmark does it.
Yeah, I don't think Tunisia and Australia are in the same group.
I'm gonna go Germany and Japan here.
Tough.
Yeah.
My Spanish
I think
friends there.
One thing that is like Costa Rica might have the best goalkeeper in the group, so it's not gonna be easy to bully them.
Mm-hmm.
And then for Group F, I think Belgium. I'm gonna go Croatia. I just think the senior experience they have is gonna be really valuable.
Yeah.
Then Brazil, and I'm gonna Switzerland here.
Switzerland. Nice.
Granit Xhaka got his tummy issues sorted out. That's what Mikel Arteta actually said. He had tummy issues.
Tummy issues.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna go Uruguay and Korea.
Uruguay and Korea. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, because I said it before. I think Portugal's eliminated.
No Portugal going all the way to the final and beating Brazil 3-0.
No. I think
3-2, 3-2. Brazil will go up 2-0, and then Ronaldo hat trick in the second half.
Sounds good.
If he doesn't walk off the field because he didn't start.
Oh wow, yeah, that's also very true. There's no way he doesn't start for Portugal though.
Let me guess. You're gonna pick Argentina to win it all.
I don't know, actually. Let's see. I think Netherlands over USA. I think USA is going to be exposed that they don't have a top goalkeeper anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Arsenal. Argentina here. England. I would love to pick the Mexico upset here, but I just can't.
Yeah.
France. Germany. Brazil. I think it's all the favorites in the round of 16.
Yeah.
Belgium and Uruguay.
All right. Nice. Quarterfinals. Who do you think goes?
I think Netherlands will give Argentina a run for its money, but I think Argentina. Then I'll do Brazil.
Don't break my heart. Don't break my heart.
I'm going to take England here. I think this England team is really good and has the benefit of the fact that most of them play in the English Premier League together. That's something that Italy always had an advantage of. All their players play together. So
yeah.
And then I'll take Belgium here.
Nice. Semifinals. These are some nice games too.
I'm gonna go Argentina.
Ouch.
I know.
My chest hurts.
I know. I just
okay.
think the pressure might get to Brazil. And I think they're both really good teams. I think that's really just a good point. And then I'm gonna say England here.
And so what is it gonna be? Is Argentina gonna get their third, or they're gonna tie for 2 World Cups each?
Bukayo Saka is going to be the MVP of the World Cup final game. He's actually going to hit his penalty kick this time, and England's going to win the World Cup.
Oh wow! Very nice. England to win it. 8% of players also predicted England to win.
They are a very talented team, and if they can just get things clicking, they're like the United States. They're held back by it. I don't think Gareth Southgate knows exactly what he's doing, but Harry Kane could easily be the player of the tournament.
All right. I'll do mine super quick. I think this is Netherlands, but here I'm gonna go with Ecuador. Senegal, they lost Mane. Ecuador just won 2-0. I'm gonna take them to go through. Senegal third. Group B, I'm gonna put England. The US, man, it's like I said, the pressure's gonna get to them, but I don't think Wales is gonna have the power to beat them. I think they're probably gonna tie the first game. Then US is just gonna maybe. I don't even know how this is going to go, honestly. It's going to be Messi. And then Messi is going to take Argentina first place. I think Poland goes out here. I think Lewandowski is going to carry them to it. Mexico, they haven't been playing that good. I don't see them being dominant in the group stage. Then I'll take France. I'll take Denmark. I think for Group D, though, Denmark might surprise without these injuries for France. I think Denmark might surprise, but I can't put France as second place. World champions, they have Mbappe. Yeah, I can't do it. This one, man, this is a tough one to pick. But I think Germany just has a really good team. I think they take it first, then Spain. Group F, Belgium takes it. I think there's a lot of hype around Canada, and I hate going with the hype, but I'm going to have to do it. I think they take it second. Group G, Brazil winning it, of course. 3 wins, 0 goals allowed, 0. And then I'll take Serbia second place, Switzerland third. For this one, I think it's going to be very hard, but I'm going to put Portugal first, Uruguay second, just because I can't wait to see this round of 16 between Brazil and Uruguay. I want to see it so bad. I think Netherlands going to take it. Argentina easily takes it. England, not even a fair match. This one's going to be tough, but I think France takes it. Portugal beats Serbia. Serbia is a good team, but I think Portugal usually would beat them. Spain and Belgium. I think Belgium takes it. Yeah, of course, Courtois is a monster at the goal. Brazil, I've seen them play Uruguay twice for the qualifiers. They dominated every time. I don't see them losing this one. And then Germany to beat Canada. Argentina and Netherlands. Gotta give it to my hermanos. And then, man, the revenge game right here. I hope we do destroy them 4-0, 5-1, just to get our revenge. France and England. Man, without these injuries, I gotta go with England. Hurts to say, but I think England takes it. Belgium, I think they beat Portugal. And
All
then
our
this right here.
all our semifinals, apart from like the last team, are the same: Argentina, Brazil, and England versus someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
I
think
think
the
they're
right
a
side
step
of the
ahead.
yeah, I
They're
think the
just a
right
step above everyone else.
yeah, the right side of the bracket I think is pretty clear who's gonna win. I think the left side were Brazil, Argentina, Germany, I think where they are. That's the tougher side to be. I can see some teams maybe like giving a game just so they can go to the other side of the bracket, but yeah, this is a tough side of the bracket to be on. This game right here, I think this should be the final. It sucks that it won't be, but this right here, I think whoever wins this game is gonna win the World Cup, and I can't say Brazil is not gonna win it. They are gonna win it. When you look at it, I understand Argentina has been playing really well, but when you look at the rosters, man, like man by man, Brazil is a better team. Like our bench is just stacked. Like we have Rafinha starting. Rafinha started, put Anthony in. He's performing at top level. We got Gabriel Jesus on the bench. We have Rodrigo on the bench. We have just
I mean, isn't your defense like average age like 40?
sorry, we just
40. Yeah, it's pretty
it's
old.
it's one man, and a lot of people are like talking about like Dani Alves, how he shouldn't have been like chosen to go to the World Cup.
Oh no,
And
we shouldn't have.
he shouldn't have, but I think what people don't understand is that he's not gonna play.
Yeah.
At least from my point of view, he's not gonna play. He's there to play a leadership role to influence these young kids. I don't think he gets on the field. They are taking
Yeah.
either Militão. Militão, he also played right back. He played for Porto as a right back, and so if they ever need a right back, I think he's gonna play right back and not Dani Alves. But yeah, we also have Bremer from Juventus. Yeah, right, Juventus. He
Fabinho
was
can play center back.
yeah.
Fabinho can play center back. I
But
mean, I
I
think
can't believe
pretty good.
I can't believe you guys didn't take Gabriel from Arsenal. I'll be honest, he's been incredible this season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
If
But
that means how good the center backs are that he wasn't even picked for the team, then I think Brazil has a really good shot.
yeah, the thing is, it was between like Bremer and Gabriel, right? And Bremer
Yeah.
just got best defender in Italy Serie A. So I think that's why they took him. I haven't watched a lot of Bremer, but I think it might be a nice sub. But our wings are right back and left back. That's our weakness. Danilo, Alexandro, I don't think they're that good. And that's gonna hurt when
I
we
think
play Argentina.
Alexandro, if he plays up to his potential, he could be one of the best players in the World Cup.
Yeah. He's been performing well in Italy, but let's see how he does for Brazil. All right. Second game, England, Belgium. I think England takes it, and I just gotta say Brazil takes the final winner. All right, there's nothing else to say. This is it. Brazil's gonna win it 6 times. No one else can match us. We're gonna stay the strongest team in history. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's what I wanted to do some predictions. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for everybody who tuned into the show. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. Bear with us while I get used to all of this first time doing a podcast. So a little nervous, a little shy, but we're gonna keep doing this. Every other day we're gonna have a podcast doing recaps of games and analyzing the next couple games. So right now I'm just gonna do a quick recap, not recap, but just some predictions for the next couple games because we have 3 games tomorrow. Let me do this. I'm on Bovada. If you guys have to go, we can go. Thank you so much for now. I think you had to go.
Yeah. I'll be going off, but it was fun doing this. Nice meeting you, Brian. Hopefully, one of us got our predictions right. I think any one of them would be cool to see: England, Brazil, or Portugal winning. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Yes, man. The next 28 days are gonna be crazy. Like I'm excited for it. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for joining, Pranav. I appreciate you, man. It's always good to see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, bro. Anytime.
Yep. Have a good one, brother. Sorry, I accidentally took you off, Ryan.
No, you're good.
But yeah, I wanted to take a look at this pick super quick. We have England here playing Iran. This -1.5, man, looks so juicy. but I just know
Yeah.
Iran, they're a pain in the butt. Like, they're going to be a tough team to beat, and it's the first game. So I don't know. I don't think I can pick this -1.5.
It's plus odds, so I would. I
Yeah,
actually really like that.
I would pick it. I would not put it in a parlay. I think
Yeah.
-1.5 for the first game. I expect if this was like the second game or the third game for England, I would definitely pick it just as the first game. I'm a little bit iffy, but I think the -315, unless you put it in a parlay, it's not worth it. I think they'll definitely win, but that would be a parlay pick. And this would be like a one bet pick if you're doing it, a straight bet. Senegal and Netherlands, I'll easily take this -1 and -1 for Netherlands. What do you think?
I don't know. That scares me being like a 2-1 score or something like that. I think the -180 is actually pretty decent. And it would
Yeah.
be nice to add it to a parlay. Like parlay England and Netherlands both win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's look at the. I mean, the draw the match just makes no sense. I mean, you can buy the minus like half for same thing.
Yeah.
It wouldn't make sense. And then we have US and Wales. This is a tough game to pick, brother.
I think the over 2 total goals scored is a fantastic bet.
Yeah, I would maybe even buy down to over 1.5. Because let's see.
I might even buy it up to over 2.5.
Really?
Yeah. I don't trust this American defense, especially going against someone as good as Gareth Bale.
Yeah.
And I think this USA team can score. So Wales, they're a good team, but I think they'd definitely be broken down. I would not be surprised to see it scoreline.
Yeah, and we also have to think that this is the final for them. Whoever wins this game, they're the ones that are going to be going out of the stage. So I can see maybe if they're tied at the last minute, the last 10 minutes, they're both just going to go forward to try and score. The only reason why I picked the 1.5 is because I'm scared someone's like it's going to end 0-0 and a half tied, and then in the second half, first one scores early, and then the other team is just going to have to go forward. They're going to open up their defense to get scored on again. So, yeah, I think the over 2.5 looks juicy with the plus 145, but the over 1.5, I mean, the over 2.5 looks juicy, but the over 1.5, that would be my pick for this one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for joining in. First podcast. Very good. Very exciting. I've been so excited for this World Cup. I can't stop talking about it. Like, this is the only thing I talk about.
Oh, yeah. No, you've been talking about it for about 2 years. So.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for joining in, Brian. Thank you for everyone who was watching us. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Probably on Tuesday night, there's going to be another podcast. So if you guys want to, we'll post on the Twitter announcing it, but stay tuned. Go follow UN on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. There's our handle right there at The Undroppables. Go show us some love. We also have a Discord for betting picks and do you want to do an ad for that, Brian? You talk about it.
Yeah, sure. Our betting side of our of the Undroppables, we do have a Discord for it. It's only $8. If you want to pay for the full Discord, you can get everything. Get fantasy football to help you with your making your final stretch towards the playoffs here in fantasy football, and also get some football bets along the side of it. And we also do soccer. We also do golf, tennis. Whatever's on Prize Picks or Underdog, mostly Underdog. But we'll bet it pretty much. So just follow along, and it'll take us a profitable 28 days to the World Cup.
Yes, sir. I'm so excited. This is when I become a millionaire right here. All right. Thank you so much, Brian. Thank you to everyone. Good luck to everybody betting tomorrow. I hope we make some good bets, make some money. And thank you. Enjoy the games, everyone.
Adios.
Adios.